Hello, this is teddygaming here, and welcome back to another video. And today's one we're going to be breaking down another comic, and today's one we're going to be breaking down the new sort of mini-series, sort of not, it's just going to be, I think it's two issues, which is quite cool, and everything like that. And this one is going to be called the tmnt Armageddon Games Opening Moves. So, if you don't already know, the tmnt IDW series is doing this whole big event for Tales, which has been leading up for about nearly 100 issues at this point. And it's very interesting as the Phantom family is playing a big move, but Rat King is definitely moving in, and it's all leading up to this. Now, the annuals have been gradually building up this big threat and seeing what Rat King's been doing, and he's got his team, which includes Null, Krang, and Baxter Stockman. But these two issues should hopefully move it in a better direction in terms of story, and hopefully get it actually moving. But today we've been given the cover and also the description for this issue, which is pretty interesting, especially with the covers, as we got a bit of the covers before, but there's one that's sort of a cover, but sort of not really. So the description for this issue goes as follows. Rat King is scheming behind the scenes, and it will be up to the Shredder to find out a way to stop the Trickster God and his new trio of terror, Madden Null, Baxter Stockman, Leather Krang will form a master of the Foot Clan, be able to locate the necessary counterpieces to evolve the Rat King's latest deadly gambit. Or will chaos rule the day in the NYC and Mutant Town? One thing's for certain, monsters won't be found in only one dimension. Long-time tmnt scribe Tom Waltz returns to the pages of IDW ongoing canon in the official prequel to the massive tmnt event for 2022, the Armageddon Games. So yeah, that's quite a lot to break down. That is, oh boy, that is really a lot. So yeah, Tom Waltz is back. He was previously on The Last Ronin, and before that he was on the ongoing tmnt series before Zoe Campbell came along, and yeah, we don't need to talk about that. But still, he's come back, which should be quite good. And if you know that he's writing, and if anything, if he's just involved, then you know that it's just going to be amazing. So we do really just break down this description. So the Rat King can be, the Rat King and all that with his new trio. There's not too much to talk about there. The Shredder find a way to stop him is interesting, I would say, because you don't normally see Shredder going against Rat King, not often anyway. So that's pretty cool to see. And yeah, but I'm guessing he would probably be teaming up with Kitsune, and that's probably my guess. And we haven't encountered the Turtles yet. That's what I'm going to be going off of as of right now. But then you get into the more interesting part about this whole description, which is the answers won't be found in only one dimension. Now, this is very interesting, just because a few weeks or months ago, Tom Waltz put on his, or not Instagram, Twitter, this image about the cover for this comic. Now, originally we all thought that this was going to be for the Armageddon Games, as the cover, but it turns out it was just for this, which is interesting because on the second issue of this, it has a picture of Chivalry from the the Archie Adventures comics, which is really interesting, and it does get a whole lot more interesting when you look at the covers. So if you do take a look at the covers quickly, so you do have this normal one, which is the one which we saw back when he was teasing this, and which has a ship on it, and then there's Leather Krang, you've got Shredder, Kitsune, Rat King, and the Turtles, all 5 of them. Still no Venus, so I'm not too sure she's actually going to be in this, or not in this issue, but it's going to be an event. Oh, she is, but I guess we'll see. Now on the next one, we got, on the next issue, from memory we had Old Hob, Baxter, and we had Madden Null and Chivalry. So that's quite interesting, and all these characters don't really give off too much in terms of what they're trying to sell here. But, it's pretty basic, and it really does feel more of the double, the connecting cover sort of thing. Now, there was a much more interesting cover, just because it also released this extra cover which has the 2012 turtles on it. Or if they're not 2012 ones, they sure do look like them. And they're riding the, I think it's the hot rod, like car thing they're riding in the sewers. So this is really interesting, as because this one's not officially the cover, and the other cover, which is supposed to be coming out in the day now, really, which is the alternate cover for cover B, is a Kevin Eastman one. So what's going on here? Because this 2012 one is definitely not a Kevin Eastman art style. So what's happening here? So this was the original one that was uploaded instead of the so this was the original one that was uploaded, and the proper one, which was the proper one, that one wasn't uploaded first. So I don't know whose mistake this was, because this was found on the 10 forums, the tmnt blog. I'm pretty sure every site had this on there for this cover, which does make me wonder if this was a initial leak or what. It also just makes me even wonder even more who's actually going to be in this, because now we know that the Archie Toll is going to be in there. Like, which other Tolls are going to be in there? Could we have the Mirage Tolls, 2003, 87 ones, Rise? Like, the way they're shaping this Armageddon thing up is more or less sort of hinting more towards like a Tolls Forever 2, which, if that's the case, then I'm all for it. But oh my god, this is just insane, really. This is truly just going to be a story you won't want to miss. I'm not going to say it's going to be better than Last Ronin or Tales Forever, but with how it's looking, it could potentially be like going down as one of the best Tale stories ever, which, I'm not going to lie, that is pretty interesting. So yeah, like, I wonder, there's so many questions which I have now because of this whole cover thing. The description doesn't really give much, but it's just a cover thing. Like, who else is going to be in this crossover, and what really happened with this whole problem with being leaked, not leaked, or uploaded the wrong one. Like, what went wrong here? So yeah, there's so many things to be looking forward to, and I'm pretty sure you definitely have your questions now, and if anything, you're probably looking more forward to it than I am. But yeah, let me know who you think is going to be in it, who don't you think is going to be in it. I've got a feeling quite a few people are going to say they want 2012 Tales now. They're definitely going to be somewhere in the comments now. But yeah, I honestly don't know what to say. This comments is going to be insane. But yeah, that's going to be it for today, guys. If you do listen, please share, like, subscribe, and all that stuff. Goodbye, yo, bye.